r/AskReddit. Gay people of Reddit. What was your oh hit I'm gay moment? In 6th grade, my teacher made an announcement after people had been making poor taste gay jokes. He said, "There's a high change that one of you in here is gay. And you probably don't know it. It might be you. So shut up." And in that moment I was like oh yeah okay sure I'd KMS if I was gay. And then 2 years later I was cranking it to a guy, and after a while of doing that I was like oh, maybe I'm gay. Edit. First silver thanks lads. FWIW I'm surprised how many of the comments use I was cranking it. Note to self, any of your friends who refer to jerking off as cranking it are likely gay. Especially to a guy. I never had any crushes or interest in anything romantic until quite a few years after my sister and stepsister did, 13 months and 22 months younger than me, respectively. Then, when I finally developed a crush, it was on a girl. Suppressed it 4 years after my crush rejected me. So hard even I, myself, believed it was untrue. Until I got drunk around a campfire with my best friend and ended up making out with her all night. My best friend and I have now been married for 5 months. Edit. Thanks for the silver. Kind stranger. Edit 2. And thank you so much for the gold. AWW what a sweet ending. A sweet, gay ending. When I realized I fell in love with my best friend. Also we were both on the football team and we shared a locker. Did you ever say anything to him? No. There's no need to. He's straight and I've been with the love of my life for almost 5 years now. I liked Beast Boy and Raven from Teen Titans. It clicked when I realized. Same oh my god. B5. Edit. AAAA thanks for the silver. B5's for everyone. B5. My best friend, who grew up as a good Irish Catholic schoolgirl, was walking behind a woman in an airport in the most amazing yellow dress. Just going on and on in her head about how beautifully it flowed. How it curved. How it settled on. After minutes of this, she realized that actually she was just staring at that ass. It was an amazing ass. Oh hit. She thought. As she realized. Looking back down her life, every time I've admired another woman's clothes, I've totally been admiring them. So, yeah. That has changed her life. I had a similar story. I was walking out of school at the end of the day. I was about 14. And there was this girl a couple of years older than me walking in front of me. While walking I kept looking at her ass. I couldn't look away. After about 5 minutes of this I was like oh hit I'm attracted to girls. Does liking women's bodies have to mean you're gay though? I'm a straight female. I would never get intimate with another woman. But I will check out other girls' bodies all day long. The female body is a beautiful thing. Not me, but my best friend. I've known my bro group for years. And he would always be popping random boners when we are all in the pool/beach. That's when he said he knew. It was senior year before he finally told us. Unfortunately when his parents found out they pretty much disowned him. Same with his boyfriend's parents. They both moved into my spare room soon after. While they figured out where to go. In 2 weeks I'll be best man at their wedding. I couldn't be more proud of them. I love him like brothers. Edited for clarity. Edit number 2. First silver. D it's very shiny. Thanks 3. Edit number 3. First gold 2. D I feel all fuzzy and warm inside. Edit number 4. I've gotten a few PMs. So I'll add this in here so all can see. After the wedding, on the 7th, I'll post an update. D. Edit number 5. So wedding went great. Still recovering from hangover. Unfortunately neither of the groom's parents turned up, even though they all were invited. I got a little teary-eyed at their vows. And laughed a bit as well. They both about fell over once they got their wedding gift. 2 weeks in Atlantis. Because they couldn't afford a honeymoon. It was a massive effort on the guys to get everything arranged, along with nearly threatening their bosses to get the time off work haha. But the look they gave was totally worth it. Now to go drink 10 more glasses of water. 3 much love pals and gals. Unfortunately when his parents found out they pretty much disowned him. Same with his boyfriend. I read that as his boyfriend disowning him as well and got really confused. / Even my boyfriend thinks I'm gay. Methodica. I'm so embarrassed, but it was while watching that absolutely grim show A Shot at Love with Tilla Tequila on MTV. I was an 18 years old girl. Had never met a gay person that I knew about in real life. And boom, I loved all those lesbians on the show. Danny the firefighter. Thanks for all the feelings. Can't believe it's a shout out to Tilla Tequila for her dumb show. I was in elementary school and watched that, and it made me go ha. I wanna see Tilla make out with the girls and Bambi XL me. Edit. Came to the conclusion. It was Tilla Tequila's fault we are all BXL. Holy hit, this was me too. But I was in middle school at the time and didn't really acknowledge my bisexuality until I had a massive crush on my friend, who was a girl. When I was a Mormon missionary in Eastern Europe, the other missionaries were tempted by the pretty girls and lingerie ads. And I was tempted by the other missionaries. Edit. Thanks for the silver. I fell in love with so many other missionaries. So much XL repression. Gayest experience of my life, and most of them were straight, though several of us have now come out. So your missionary position made you realize that you could never be down with the missionary position? Damn. 4 hours late to the party here. Hopefully somebody sees this. The hot girl on college campus that my friends all wanted, but she wanted me. I was questioning if I was gay and found guys attractive, but never told anyone. I thought I just needed to have sex with a girl to prove I wasn't gay. Went back to her room. Making out. Get her undressed. Decide to just go for it, and with my face literally inches from her lower lady bits I say out loud, I'm gay. Sorry. It's not you. I'm gay. Really gay. She was pissed and confused. I got dressed and went back to my buddy's dorm. I told him I was gay. He was shocked, but supportive and happy he has a chance with her now. That's a great story. I love the idea of you just shouting I'm gay at someone's fag. That's the moment the truth stared him in the face. I was at summer camp. Between 7th and 8th grade. I'd made a new friend and we were talking about stuff. Getting to know each other. He made an offhand comment about one of his friends who was BXL. I was like, what does that mean? I'd never even heard of the concept before then. It had never even crossed my mind that people could be romantically interested in the same sex. So he tells me what it means to be gay and BXL. I think to myself, huh, am I? I didn't know I could be like that. Maybe I am. Spoiler alert, I was. I once, as a joke, when I was 12, pretended to be BXL to mess with my friends. Quickly I became the BXL kid and it got out of hand. I then went on a PR tour around 6th grade to make it clear I was messing around. Took a while, but word got out and it was all cool again. I'm 35 now. I'm totally ducking BXL. Perhaps subconscious knew more than I did at that point. Subconscious who always knows more. Lesbian here. When I was around 5, my brother brought home his first girlfriend. He was 15 and she was 16. I remember being obsessed with her. Her name was Tara and she had long brown hair and would compliment my drawings. She gave me a teddy bear and I still have it to this day. Looking back, I had a huge crush on her. God lol. I remember finding my boyfriend's sister overwhelmingly, uncomfortably pretty. How awkward. I'm B. Year 8 when my bully started humping me too. Kid logic? Prove I was a proof. I enjoyed that more than he wanted me to. In my defense, he was a very good looking bully. Sio Nathan. My first real gay boner crush. You've probably heard of this or thought of this before. But Nathan's probably gay. Oh yes, and I still have my suspicions because he was very anti-gay, and you know what they say about men who protest their heterosexuality a lot. One of my gay friends was telling me how he realized he was gay, and I found myself relating to everything he was saying. Before that, I thought I was a Rexel. I knew I wasn't into girls, but had never really seriously contemplated whether or not I was into guys. Perhaps because I was afraid of the conclusion I'd reach. So I just settled on thinking I was a Rexel. In hindsight, I'd always been into guys. I just misinterpreted all my feeling of attraction as feelings of jealousy. I'd see a hot guy and tell myself that I really wanted to look like him and that was why I couldn't stop staring. It made sense at the time, even though it sounds absurd in retrospect. During that conversation, the realization that I had been in denial for years just hit me, and I knew I was gay. I'm friends with a lesbian who grew up in Utah. She just thought all the guys she grew up with sucked because she's not Mormon and so wasn't interested in all the Mormon guys. Got to college, found her future wife, and realized she wasn't into guys. Regardless of religion, her wife grew up wealthy in SC. Her family disowned her when she came out. I learned this because she said something about her family's country club. And I said, "Wait, are you rich?" And she said, "My family is rich. I'm just gay." Hoof tap. Was just scrolling through and saw the word Mormon. I'm ex-Mormon. My brother is bi and my parents did not take it very well when he came out. Definitely better than many parents. But about a week after he came out he said mom and dad reacted just about how I thought they would. But I wish they were supportive. They are much better now. But it legitimately made my dad depressed for a while. I never knew until I started to develop feelings for my best friend. We had been close since middle school. But around 8th or 9th grade I started feeling attracted to her. Of course, since we both came from Christian backgrounds, I tried to deny it. And I even made up stories about liking guys just to seem straight in front of my peers. But when those feelings wouldn't go away, my mind was just like, duck. Before that I had never had any real crushes on anyone in my school. And I thought that romance was sappy and not worth my time. I still kinda feel that way today. But I realized from this incident that when I fall for a girl, I fall hard. I can relate to that last sentence 100%. I'm a bi woman and have been in an amazing relationship with a man for the past 8 years. But for some reason I fall for girls way harder than I fall for guys. Like, ridiculously harder. Especially when I find out they like women too. I think it's the rarity of the situation. I'm a bi guy and get the same way about gay/bi guys. Spending more time than necessary picking out underwear in department stores. Wondering what the models looked like without underwear. That shortly led to looking up gay porn lol. That was a very steep escalation. Only one happened in the store. I'm not gay. I'm bi. With a tendency to develop crushes for girls more than guys. It had to be when I went to Florida with my friend for spring break and she cut her toe open on coral. I don't think I'd ever seen her bleed like that before, and it made me realize how much I wanted to keep her safe and happy beyond in a friendly way. The feelings never went anywhere sadly, but it really do be like that sometime. Edit. Wow, my first silver. Thank you. Sounds more like a Rohit I'm a vampire moment to me. Well, I'm very pale. I was about 11. And I kept talking trash about this female artist. I was just going on and on about how I hate her music. Truly she is just the worst. Another peer finally asked me, if you don't like her, why do you keep talking about her? Oh. I just didn't know how to express attraction. Stupid exy artist. Number stupid exiflanders. I'm bi. Fresh out of the closet. Even though I tried my hardest to suppress it. The moment I realized my taste in man. I was watching Captain America Winter Soldier in the cinema. The moment WS jumped from the bridge into the roof of a car and walked straight into camera. Just made me go, oh, duck. I realized that not only I wanted that to have that physique, to cause that same effect on women, but I also wanted to obey a man like that. Fun fact. My father was by my side during the movie. My wife and I watching Chris Hemsworth as Thor. Wife, duck, he's so hot. Me, goddamn right he is. After years of doubt and questioning if I was gay or bisexual, Thor, Ragnarok decided for me. That movie is the holy grail for bisexuals. I was like 12 or 13. I watched the movie, but I'm a cheerleader because it was on TV late one night and I was like, yep, I'm gay. I picked this movie out from Movie Gallery to watch when I was 6. About to be dropped off with my grandma to babysit me. My mom didn't read the movie description and my conservative grandmother was horrified. My middle school teacher, who I looked up to and coincidentally very beautiful, told us that she had to take some time off because her wife was giving birth and she wanted to be there for her. I was 11. I'd heard of people being gay or lesbian, but thought it couldn't be real in the back of my mind. I hadn't heard of bi or trans or race people at that point either. My family is quite traditional. I never knew liking other girls was an option, much less something that could happen to me. It's like how you know dinosaurs are real when you're a kid, but you have no frame of reference to conceptualize a dinosaur because you've never seen one. I'd been wondering why I hadn't developed a crush on my best guy friend like I was supposed to. Hindsight 20/20 haha. I also distinctly remember googling on incognito stuff like how to tell if you are lesbian, am I a lesbian quiz, what is a lesbian, and flannel. The lesbian quiz told me I was only 60% gay because I didn't own flannels or have dyed hair, which pissed me off. Lying in bed that night, I thought about holding hands with a boy, gross and they look like frogs, versus holding hands with a girl, exciting and wonderful, and accepted it internally then. My first gay crisis moment wasn't until the class freshman year of high school when my very pretty classmate tucked her hair behind her ear and I tripped staring. Legitimately went as over tea kettle, knocked over a stool, and swept a stack of textbooks off a table. Said it was because my shoelaces were untied, but it was actually because I was too busy staring at the mesmerizing curve of her wrist and wondering what kind of shampoo she used to get her hair so soft and gorgeous. And flannel lol OMG. Yeah, had her I didn't have any information beyond stereotypes at that point. I was watching some YouTube video when a girl caught my eye. Had the thought that if I was gay I'd be totally into her. Then I realized that was not a hetero XL thought. Maybe it's me being super B, but when my straight friend said that about someone and then told me that it was common for straight people to think, I didn't get it at all. Like, they've thought about who they would be attracted to if they're gay? What? As a straight man, I can recognize when another man has features I consider attractive, but not think of or view them in a romantic/XL way.